Have you ever wondered where the delicious seafood and meat on our tables come from? Many people may think of remote deep-sea fishing or coastal fish farms. However, there's a whole new way of farming that might surprise you: raising fish on large boats. Different from the traditional method, it uses a very large ship as a breeding platform and puts small fry into the breeding chamber to grow until the fish are mature before being put into the market. In fact, this farming method is no longer a conceptual idea, but has become a living reality. In China, the world's largest fish farming ship with a displacement of 130,000 tons has been put into use. The ship is even 3 tons heavier than the USS Ford, the world's largest aircraft carrier. This huge vessel has 15 large breeding tanks that can produce 7,400 tons of fish every year. But what is puzzling is that China is a coastal country and also owns a large amount of land. Why does it choose to raise fish on boats? What is the purpose of doing this? If you like our video content, please click to subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you can receive all our latest video content. Now, let's get into today's topic. In 1994, Lester Brown, director of the World Watch Institute, asked a thought-provoking question: who will feed China? At that time, China was at the peak of its population growth, with the total number reaching a staggering 1.14 billion people, which is almost 1.5 times the population of Europe as a whole. Such a large population means a huge demand for food. After consulting some information, we learned that China's average annual consumption includes approximately 7 billion chickens, 700 million pigs, 50 million cattle, and 400 million sheep. Such figures are shocking. However, China's food culture is much more than that. As a country with 4.7 million square kilometers of sea area, the Chinese people's love for seafood is also famous around the world. Statistics show that China is one of the world's major producers of aquatic products. Its total aquatic product output has ranked first in the world for 30 consecutive years, accounting for more than 2/5 of the world's total output. In 2023 alone, China's aquatic product production will reach 71 million tons, of which seawater product production will be 36 million tons. In order to meet the huge demand for seafood, China has been vigorously developing fisheries in coastal areas over the years. They have even developed and put into use many large fish farming ships. These vessels are capable of large-scale farming at sea, ensuring the quality and stable supply of aquatic products. Among them, the world's largest fish farming ship, Guosen No. 1, on May 20th, 2022, Guosen 1 was officially put into use in Qingdao Province, China. The length of this ship reaches 249.9 meters, the width is 45 meters, the total tonnage reaches an astonishing 100,000 tons, and the displacement is 130,000 tons. In comparison, it weighs 3 tons even more than the USS Ford, an American aircraft carrier, and is currently the largest fish farming ship in the world. Different from the conventional fishing boat, Guosen 1 is not used to capture marine life, but a mobile seafood worker that subverts the traditional farming model. Inside the ship, a total of 15 large breeding cabins are designed, each of which can accommodate a total of about 90,000 cubic meters of breeding water, which is equivalent to the capacity of 36 standard swimming pools. In order to ensure the quality of the breeding water, the ship is also equipped with an advanced water exchange system, which can replace the water 16 times a day, ensuring that the fish in the cabin always live in fresh seawater. So when you walk into the breeding cabin of Guosen No. 1, you will be shocked by the level of intelligence here. At present, the large yellow croaker is mainly cultured on the Guosen No. 1 fish farming ship. The living environment of this fish is extremely sensitive to noise, and the maximum noise level it can tolerate is only 150 decibels. In order to create a more suitable growth environment for large yellow croaker. Guosen 1 adopts an electric propulsion system, which effectively controls the noise on board to below 60 decibels, which is well below the sensitivity threshold of large yellow croaker. In addition, Guosen number 1 has also installed 2,108 high-precision sensors during the breeding process. These sensors can recognize fish faces and monitor the growth of fish in real time, thus helping breeders accurately understand the growth status of each fish and implement more precise scientific management. In general, the optimal growth temperature of large yellow croaker is 22 to 26 degrees Celsius. In order to meet this condition, Guosen 1 simulated a rotating flow field to maintain the water velocity between 0.2 and 0.4 meters/second, and introduced high-quality deep seawater 50 meters deep into the breeding chamber through an intelligent water exchange system. This not only provides sufficient oxygen and rich nutrients for the large yellow croaker, but also maintains an ideal environment for the water inside the cabin. Although the density of breeding cabins is 4 to 6 times that of offshore cages, the survival rate of large yellow croaker is still as high as over 95%, and the meat quality can reach wild levels. But what is more worth mentioning is the automated breeding technology of Guosen number 1, which can fully automate the entire process from fry stocking, feeding, fishing to processing and freezing. Therefore, only 35 people can complete all the work on this huge fish farming ship. Each person can raise more than 200 tons of fish per year, making the annual output of the entire ship up to 7,400 tons. However, another major advantage of Guosen 1 is that it can automatically select the best sea area for breeding based on the marine environment and fish growth needs. Not only can it avoid the effects of natural disasters such as red tides and typhoons, it also ensures that fish always grow in ideal water temperatures and environments. Thanks to advanced breeding technology and management methods, its breeding cycle is shortened by 1/3 compared with traditional cage methods, and 2 rounds of efficient breeding can be carried out every year. According to the plan, Guosen number 1 will also try to breed high-end seafood species such as grouper and salmon in the future to meet the diverse needs of consumers. By then, its annual output value is expected to reach 300 million yuan, and its net profit after deducting costs will be as high as 60 million yuan. However, building a large-scale fish farming ship like the Guosen number 1 requires a large capital investment and many technical difficulties. Why does China not choose to fish directly from the sea, but choose to cultivate it at sea? As we all know, China currently has a huge population of more than 1.4 billion, which has also created a huge demand for seafood, especially hairtail. Before 2018, China's annual catch of hairtail exceeded 1 million tons for several consecutive years. However, the catch has dropped significantly in recent years and is now less than 1 million tons. This results in China needing to import large amounts of hairtail and other seafood every year. Taking 2022 as an example, China's total imported aquatic products will reach 4.54 million tons, and the total import volume will reach 132.7 billion yuan. In this case, in order to reduce costs and meet the needs of the domestic market, offshore farming has become an effective solution. At present, China's marine aquaculture is mainly concentrated in offshore areas, but due to water depth restrictions, the types of aquaculture are relatively single. However, Guosen 1's innovative shipborne farming method provides the best solution. It can flexibly adjust the cultured species according to market demand and sea area conditions. Its breeding density is 6 times that of traditional cages, which means that more fish can be cultured in a limited space, and the breeding cycle is shortened by 1/3, greatly improving production efficiency. Most importantly, this technology can effectively avoid the impact of natural disasters such as typhoons and red tides, ensuring the smooth progress of breeding activities. On the other hand, with the deterioration of the global environment and increasingly serious marine pollution, the reduction of marine resources has become a problem that cannot be ignored. At the same time, although the continuous improvement of fishing technology has greatly improved fishing efficiency, it has also greatly accelerated the consumption of marine resources. According to statistics, the global annual fishing volume has exceeded the sustainable carrying capacity of marine ecosystems. If new farming techniques and fishing methods are not developed, it is only a matter of time before marine resources are depleted. Therefore, the launch of fish farming ships like Guosen No. 1 is an important step in solving this problem. In fact, in addition to China, many developed fishery countries have actively explored more environmentally friendly and sustainable farming and fishing technologies. Since the 1990s, countries such as Norway, Sweden, and the United States have begun experimenting with deep-sea aquaculture. Taking Norway as an example, the country's fish farms are set up in deep-sea areas far away from the coast, making full use of the natural marine environment for farming. This not only avoids the environmental pollution problems that may be caused by offshore farming, but also uses advanced farming equipment and management techniques to ensure the efficiency, environmental protection, and sustainability of the breeding process. At present, Norway's deep-sea aquaculture industry has become an important pillar of its fisheries. In contrast, although China's deep-sea aquaculture industry started late, it is now constantly trying to catch up. In addition to the Guosen 1, China has currently built 6 equally advanced and environmentally friendly 150,000-ton breeding ships. The one that deserves special attention is the Guosen 2-1. Its annual output is expected to reach a staggering 8,000 tons. According to the plan, in the next 10 years, China will invest 35 billion yuan to build 50 large deep-sea breeding ships. This ambitious investment plan is expected to form an ocean-going aquaculture fleet with an annual output of 400,000 tons of marine fish and an output value of up to 50 billion yuan. Perhaps in the near future, China will become the world's largest deep-sea seafood farming country. To not miss out on our future projects and news updates, please make sure you subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications. We will continue to provide you with more exciting and interesting content.